The computer of the future is doing what classical computers cannot. But what if this technology sparks a revolution in healthcare? Today, we'll explore how quantum computers are breaking new ground in medicine and fundamentally changing our lives. If you're ready, let's open the doors to the future. Let's start by understanding what quantum computing really means. Traditional computers, like the one you're probably using now, process information using bits. Each bit can be either a 0 or a 1, like a simple light switch that's either off or on. This binary system has worked wonders for decades, but quantum computers operate on a whole different principle. They use what's called quantum bits, or qubits. Unlike classical bits, qubits can exist in a state known as superposition, meaning they can be 0, 1, or both at the same time. Imagine flipping a coin. While it's spinning in the air, it's both heads and tails simultaneously. That's superposition. This unique property allows quantum computers to perform many calculations at once, exploring a vast number of possibilities simultaneously. It's like trying to solve 1,000 puzzles at the same time instead of one by one. In 2019, Google announced a major milestone called quantum supremacy. They showed that their quantum computer could solve a problem in just a few minutes that would take even the fastest classical supercomputers thousands of years to crack. But quantum computing is still in its early days. Scientists and engineers are working hard to build more stable and reliable quantum machines. And when it comes to medicine, the possibilities are truly groundbreaking. From simulating molecules for drug discovery to personalizing treatments and diagnosing diseases earlier than ever before. When it comes to developing new drugs, time is the most precious resource. In traditional research, discovering a new treatment can take over a decade and billions of dollars. But quantum computing is changing the rules of the game. Here's why. The process of designing a drug starts with understanding how molecules interact at the atomic level. A single protein can have thousands of atoms, and the number of possible interactions is astronomical. Even the most advanced supercomputers struggle to model these interactions accurately. But quantum computers, they speak the same language as nature, quantum mechanics. This allows them to simulate molecular structures and reactions with unprecedented precision. Take Pfizer, for example. In collaboration with companies like D-Wave, they're experimenting with quantum algorithms to model complex proteins and identify potential drug candidates faster than ever before. These simulations can test millions of molecular combinations in hours instead of years. A 2022 study published in Nature found that quantum-based molecular simulations can achieve up to 30% higher accuracy compared to classical methods. And when it comes to drug discovery, that accuracy could mean finding the right molecule before disease spreads, or before an outbreak becomes a crisis. Another player in this race is biotech startup Protein Quarry, which is using quantum computing to design new peptide-based drugs targeting cancer and autoimmune diseases. Instead of relying solely on trial and error in the lab, they run virtual experiments in a quantum environment, saving both time and resources. Why does this matter for you and me? Because every step saved in research can bring life-saving medicines to patients years earlier and at a fraction of the cost. Some experts believe quantum-powered drug design could reduce R&D timelines from 10 years to just 2 or 3. Now, imagine a future where, the moment a new virus is detected, quantum simulations identify the most promising vaccine candidates in days, ready for lab testing almost immediately. No more waiting years for a breakthrough. In the fight against pandemics, that's a game changer. And this is only the beginning. The real potential lies in combining quantum computing with AI, allowing the machine not only to simulate, but to learn and predict the best paths forward for drug discovery. The medicines of tomorrow could be born inside a quantum processor. Imagine walking into a hospital in the near future, and before any treatment begins, a virtual copy of you is created. A digital twin that mirrors your body's biology in extraordinary detail. This isn't science fiction. This is what quantum computing is making possible. Quantum algorithms have the ability to process enormous amounts of genetic, metabolic, and clinical data at speeds and levels of precision unimaginable with classical computers. They can detect subtle patterns in DNA sequences, protein interactions, and metabolic pathways, patterns that could determine whether a treatment will succeed or fail for a specific patient. At leading institutions like MIT and Harvard, researchers are combining quantum computing with medical science to create these digital twins, hyper-accurate virtual models of individual patients. Every variable is accounted for: your genetic code, your organ functions, your immune system's behavior, even how your body processes specific medications. With a digital twin, doctors can simulate different treatments in a virtual environment, testing hundreds or even thousands of possible scenarios in minutes. This means they can predict, with remarkable accuracy, which therapy is likely to be most effective and which might cause harmful side effects without ever putting the real patient at risk. In cancer treatment, for example, quantum simulations can model the precise structure and growth pattern of a patient's tumor. They can virtually apply different drug combinations, dosages, and treatment timelines, identifying the strategy that offers the highest chance of success for that specific individual. The potential benefits are profound: faster recovery times, fewer side effects, reduced trial and error in treatments, and ultimately, more lives saved. And because quantum systems can continuously learn from new patient data, your digital twin evolves with you, adapting to changes in your health in real time. This is personalized medicine at its most advanced, not just treating diseases, but treating you, your unique biology, your specific needs, and your best possible future. When it comes to saving lives, timing is everything. The earlier we detect a disease, the greater our chances of treating it effectively. Quantum sensors are opening a completely new era in medical diagnostics, with a level of sensitivity far beyond what current imaging technologies can offer. Unlike conventional MRI or CT scanners, quantum sensors detect tiny changes in magnetic and electric fields, changes so subtle they were previously invisible. At Oxford University, scientists have developed quantum magnetic sensors capable of identifying the earliest signs of Alzheimer's disease, even before symptoms appear. This means we could start treatment years earlier, potentially slowing or even halting disease progression. And it doesn't stop there. Quantum sensing could revolutionize cancer detection, spotting malignant cells when they are just beginning to form. It could monitor neurological disorders like Parkinson's at the earliest stages, giving patients and doctors more time to act. Imagine a simple, non-invasive scan that could pick up the faint biological whispers of a disease long before it shouts its presence. That's the promise of quantum sensors. By merging this technology with AI, we could build real-time monitoring systems that watch over our health 24/7, silently scanning for the first signs of trouble. The future of medicine is not just about treating illness, it's about predicting, preventing, and protecting. Quantum sensing is bringing that future closer than we ever imagined.